Up and Out. I'm your host, LaPortia. I know, trying out something new here. So apparently Kim Kardashian is the man. Yep, you heard me. The mogul was named as one of GQ's Men of the Year. I know, cute, right? Now, to be specific, she actually graced the cover as the Tycoon of the Year. This title was given after her Skims line became the NBA's official underwear. I know, right? I didn't even know they had official underwear. Well, look at her posing in this cute little tie and this really tailored outfit. Go, girl. I mean, sir. Real queen. I mean, king shit, if you ask me. All right, hip hop fans, get ready because Andre 3000 is releasing his first album in 17 years. Can you believe it? But it's not what you expect. Wait for it. His debut solo album, New Blue Sun, centers around woodwinds. Now, here in Atlanta, we see him chilling around the city playing his flute all of the time. And apparently, he'll be playing a lot more of it throughout the album, along with other instrumentalists. New Blue Sun has some long-running songs, like the opening track, which is called Catch This. I swear I really wanted to make a rap album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time. And it's 12 minutes long. Can you believe it? Listen, the album drops November 17th. I'm going to give it a listen because he is a true musician. Boom. What's up, everyone, and welcome to Up and Now. So today, for our Let's Talk About It segment, I'm joined by writer and associate editor of Out.com and Pride.com, the one, the only, Bernardo Sim. Now, listen, Bernardo, I heard that the original story from Love Actually was snubbed, and you about to tell me why, and it's going to make me upset. But go ahead.
Yeah, Love Actually is one of my favorite holiday movies, and I think for a lot of people, it's one of our favorite holiday movies that we watch every year. And apparently, there are no gay characters in the final cut of the movie, but apparently there used to be one queer character in the film. The head mistress of a school. She was the stern lady that was very hard on students, but apparently later on in the film, she had a scene where she would go back home to her partner, a woman who was, on the verge of death. And they had kind of a sweet scene, embracing each other around the time of the holidays. And that scene was cut from the film. So the director said that unfortunately they had to cut the scene for time, but it was kind of an odd choice because yeah, it would have fit perfectly with the theme of the movie and yeah, the overall pacing of the film.
Okay, so you said that the director said it was due to timing. Now, do you recall how long this movie is?
I don't recall how long this movie is, but the scene is pretty short
Well,
between the
exactly.
headmistress. Yeah, so it wouldn't have been that much longer if the scene had been kept. So it's kind of a strange decision. Maybe it was due to the times. I think this movie came out in 2003 or four, so we weren't as progressive as we are now. But it is very unfortunate since it's such a holiday fan favorite for so many queer people.
And I'm curious. So, how did the actresses involved in this deleted scene feel?
Yeah, so the headmistress, the actress that plays the headmistress is still in the movie, but the actress that played her partner is just completely cut from the movie because that was the only scene she was in. And her quote was that we had a lovely scene, and I think it was the only gay scene. It's odd that they cut it. Maybe it was too dark to bring into it because it ended up being quite a light and fluffy film, didn't it? So I guess her justification or her understanding is that, this character dying, we just meet this character as a very lovely scene, and then this character dies. Maybe it was a little bit too dark for the tone of Love Actually, and that's the way that she's made peace with why the scene was cut.
Now, what is everyone saying, particularly those in the LGBTQIA community? What is the consensus out there, Bernardo?
I think a lot of people are really disappointed by the scene being cut, especially because there are no gay characters whatsoever in the entire movie. It's funny because there is one storyline where the best friend of this person getting married, this man getting married, he is recording everything in the wedding, and at first we're led to believe that he's in love with his best friend, who's a man, but actually, it turns out, as people have seen in the film, that he's in love with the wife that his best friend is marrying. So that was an almost gay storyline that was in the movie, but there's also a twist, kind of saying, no, he wasn't in love with a guy; he was in love with the woman his best friend was marrying. So yeah, it just feels like another little disappointment of like we could have had this, and it was unfortunately edited out.
Yeah, I definitely think that I haven't seen Love Actually in a very long time, but I do know it is a holiday favorite. It's a romantic favorite for a lot of people. And when I hear that and I think about the time period in which that movie came out, I am forced to understand and see that we it definitely was not as progressive as it is right now. And then I even think that we can't even lean in, and you let me know if you feel the same way. I feel like we can't even lean too much into saying that it's super progressive right now, because where there's beautifulness, there's also fire, right? So the more progressive we become, there's always just stronghold traditionalists that do not want to see change, and then they blame the kids, and then they blame this, they blame it on everything except for what if this person just feels this way. And I'm not of the class that every story has to have a black character, that every story has to have, an LGBTQIA character, that every story has to have a woman character. But I am of the thought process that if you've included that, then you probably shouldn't take it out of fear. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I understand as a black woman that there are some movies that blackness just necessarily don't belong in. You know what I'm saying? Just like there are some movies where like whiteness just don't belong in, like Boys in the Hood. It's just not for it's that's our story. It's not yours. And so, as I think through this, part of me is like, well, damn, if you didn't want to include it that bad, then I would rather you take it out than be forced to explain something that you didn't really want included, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. I
Because
totally
I don't
agree
want to
with
feel
you.
like an add-on. I don't want my experience to feel like, oh, I just had to throw it in there to keep, the
Uh,
gays down, or to keep
like
the
a
black.
token. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, no, I think what's disappointing is that Love Actually is an ensemble movie. So there's so many different types of love, so many different types of stories. And then, like you said, like you mentioned earlier, the scene between these two women is very short. It's only a few minutes long. So it could have fit into the movie. There are sad parts in Love Actually.
yeah.
So this wouldn't have been the only sad part in Love Actually. Yeah, it does feel a little bit disappointing because it's an ensemble movie. There's so many themes, there are all kinds of love, and queer love is not represented in the movie at all. But I do agree with you that not every movie has to have everything, check all the boxes necessarily.
I
It
feel
just
like
felt a
I'm
little disappointing.
Yeah, it definitely is disappointing. I feel like I'm at a place now where I'm like, you know what? If you don't want to put us in there, then fuck you. All right, it's just that simple. It's like, damn, you want our money at the end of the day, so you. Okay,
Yeah.
you need us. We make the world go round. So again,
Yeah.
I say, fuck you. Okay, thank you so much, Bernardo, for joining me today. What a great way to end.
So, right spirit, thank you
I
so
know.
much for having me.
Control Alt Delete. Okay. All right, Equal Pride fans, Candace Kane's Secret Garden is coming to the Advocate channel. Yes, we have more content on the way. Can you believe it? It's the gardening show you didn't know you needed. It's like Pee Wee's Playhouse in drag. I know, that's a concept, right? Download the Advocate Channel app, click on live streams at 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving to watch Candace Kane's Secret Garden. It's available on your phone and on your smart TV. Candace Kane's Secret Garden premieres on Thursday, November 23rd, Thanksgiving at 6 p.m. All right, you got that? At 6 p.m. Check your listings. Goodbye. See you later, girls. All right. Gotta get my skin back right so it can actually look like it does in this filter, honey.